claims to have Gus Hansen all figured out, Jimmy Fricke strikes me as rather confused at the moment.
And Gus Hansen's chip count has just risen. Almost the exact reverse of when we started head-to-head play.
At this point in the proceedings, I think Jimmy Fricke thought he would be celebrating a victory with his buddies.
And he's looking at a 9-7 suited now, and he will call. Oh dear.
Man. Gus Hansen, sometimes when it's going right, it is going right.
And what better time for it to go right than now? And Hansen raises to $350,000.
And Jimmy Fricke probably can't imagine this nice-looking suited connector hand is such a big underdog.
And Fricke will call.
Gus Hansen swallows hard and hopes his opponent gets a little piece.
Queen 8-6.
And that flop could be just enough to get Jimmy Fricke in trouble. He has picked up an open-ended straight draw. Gus Hansen leads out with the aces.
All in.
Fricke moves all in.
Call.
Instant call from Gus.
Flop top pair again.
It's better than that. With 2 cards to come, Gus Hansen is about a 2-1 favorite to win it all.
6.
Hansen has seen Fricke pull rabbits out of hats. Will the spell be broken?
Jimmy Fricke has been the Cinderella story of this event, and now will his carriage turn to a pumpkin? It's a deuce of clubs.
That's a sweat.
Wow, well, that's a good card for Fricke. He now has a flush draw as well. Any club, a 5 or a 10. Otherwise, Gus Hansen is the champion.
It's been more than 2.5 years since this man has won a major championship. He is now 1 card away. To the river. And that's it. Gus Hansen is the 2007 Aussie Millions champion.
I have good hands. Yeah, once we got down to 3-hand, I just started destroying Andy and Gus, and I never had a hand and never made anything. I just felt like, it was mine to win. And then once we got heads up, things just started crumbling. He started flopping top pair. I started making some bad moves, and basically just never made a hand, and that was that.
In the beginning, I felt like, hey, I can gamble here. He's definitely the big favorite. And a couple of hands later, suddenly I had the big chip lead, and then we got a big pot, and it turned around again. So I just tried to stay calm and focus and play as good as I could. And in the end, the cards were my friend.